Okay. My backup. System connected. Oof. That was a loud lightning strike. Okay, I'm up on YouTube at least. Am I up on Twitch? Hello. Jeez, okay. Well, I don't think I've been in a thunderstorm this violent in a while. So, you know, if it does take out my internet again, that, you know, probably fair. What's annoying is that it was just a short brownout, so my other desktop stayed on just fine, but my streaming PC went down. And I have a power supply backup that's just been sitting in a box unopened for the past, like, 6 months. I really need to get those set up for days like this. But I keep forgetting, so here we are. Okay, well, let's see if we can play without the power going down again. Thankfully, we weren't in the middle of anything, really. Okay. I need to reload the chat. There we go. I can actually see what's going on. Okay. So yeah, let's start with the burn team, and then we'll swap to Netzak's team. Makes sense, you're fighting the Kurikomo clan, which means Black Cloud. Well, there we go. They're sicking the, Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, that's right outside. So there's, you know, fires from the lightning strikes. That happens sometimes. Okay. Yeah, show me all the things. Okay. So potentially Malkuth can redirect 2 things. Otherwise, got a counter. 2/7, inflict bleed, restore light. Theoretically, I counteract with that. Same odds on the first dice, but then we get a second die of attack. Or we just go all out on inflicting a bunch of burn. Maybe not a bad plan, even if we fail the first clash. Same here. Let's get that fire ticking. Okay. All the same. 5/7 defense, that's pretty good odds, but we're at full health. We don't really need to use that yet. Restore light, okay. Three, lose, that we inflict bleed, or burn, not bleed. Ouch. That's too bad, but we burn them back. Okay. And then can redirect these 2, theoretically. Or we just counter. Another 2/7. Pretty consistent there. Getting a 1/6 is not that likely. So we'll try to match there. And we'll just counter the 2/6, 2/5. Yeah, we can just try to defend against that. Counter with some burn. Taking a little bit of damage now. Sure. Nice, no damage. And draw, that'll work. Nearly stunned. Nice. Okay. 1 to 3 burn to the attacker. Bonus stagger damage. Sure, we'll do this. When Malchus gets hit. Okay, we got 2 people targeting them, so we want to steal one of them. 2-6 or 2-7. Those are good odds. 2-7. Alright. Crack of Dawn. Oh, that's gonna work, and then we do this. Nice. Draw, perfect. Block that attack, free damage. Block, perfect. Ouch. That was like the only good hit they got in, and we managed to stagger them. Stagger them too. First round's going well. See if the next round goes well, but... Okay, so we got one person being targeted. Now let's just counter attack with a big hit. And then for these two, let's burst them down. Almost got him. One HP, but they're gonna die to burn. Nice. Okay. And so if we have duplicates, we don't have any. Most of our decks. I was in the Grunts and Sios group, yeah. Still, the making through this unscathed is a good sign. Sure. You're out of cards, so we'll go with the person that has cards. Okay. And if you can just get one hit in, we stun here. 2625. That'll work. 27. Crack of Dawn. There we go. You're about to die. Staggered. It's 2 down, 1 to go. And they're stunned and on fire. So we win. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we still have a decent amount of health. We can probably try again with the same floor. Against Sayo's group. And then we'll still have a backup team. Alrighty. Oh boy. Yes, I can't redirect either of those. Well, can't redirect the first one. I guess technically we can redirect the second. Alright. I need you to peel off this 3 at the very least. And then we could also peel off this 2. There we go. That makes this a little more even. 1, 5, 3, 9. I don't have anything that can test to 3, 9. That's just gonna hurt. I guess I'll just try to do some damage back. Try to trade. 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 5. But it boosts / dice power by 2. That should do something. 714. Dang it. Dang it. So that was a wash. Nice dodge. Oof. Okay, that didn't do much at all. Ouch. Not a great first round. Attacking a target already took damage on the same scene. Deal additional damage and recover HP. That's pretty nice. When a librarian's HP is 20% lower, deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage, and inflict 1 to 3 burn upon approaching them, then die. I don't know if that's a great idea right now. It is pretty funny. Alright, let's let Ruby heal her, I think. Oh, dang it. That applied to, yeah, okay. Wrong person. The hit detection is confusing sometimes. Oh, when did we get 3 speed dice? I don't remember how that works. It's not just the hit detection. From emotion, that makes sense. Okay. 724. Sure, take that. We're gonna have so much light and no cards suspended on. Okay, that's a 3. Oof. And 628, 310. You're allowed to not select a card if you want to. Yeah, we might as well though. Because use it or lose it on the light. At this point. That means if we draw a 3-pointer card, we're definitely gonna have enough light to use it. But I probably need to get more cards that allow you to draw additional cards. And we'll get some good passives that we can inherit that do that. Okay, let's peel off one of these. These really are my only options, huh? Okay. You 1 light per turn, so using 0 doesn't change much in this case. Yeah, it's true. And Ruby's not doing hot. Oof. Now might be a good time for the, the suicide bomb card. 1539. Now let's do that. And is a 1539, yep. Probably as good as we're gonna get. Crack of Dawn, yep. Alright, let's oof. Let's clash on this one. How about? Ouch. That was not ideal. Nothing. Oof. Yeah, that's huh. Not great. The burn is doing some work though. They're below half. Nedzak's team should have a good chance next turn. Size almost staggered, yeah. That would probably be the play. At this point, we don't have much else we can do. Yep. Malkuth is nearly dead. Not there yet, though. Okay, Psyo's down. Malkuth has 2 HP. Oh wow, we are at max emotion levels. Nearly. We're at 4. Not the emotion advantage, but you'll have the number. Yep. Okay. This doesn't matter here. One HP. Okay. Not dead yet. Now we're dead. We got 2. There's just 1 left. It's not exactly even, but it's close. Yeah, Mocha's died to bleed. Oh! Okay, wow. The Malkuth circle thing stuck in the middle of the field. Probably their code didn't clean things up properly. Wouldn't surprise me. Have a lot of bugs like that in Lobotomy Corporation. Things that don't get cleaned up properly. Didn't even need a second floor, no. That was dangerously close. We did lose 2 people, but we made it. Okay. Well, we get even more guests trying to take over L-Corp's nest. You always say that. Is there any real difference? You got everyone's book. We did. Merit of it taking forever. Heard what that dog had said? Now we have the thumb, the index, and whatever third party she belongs to. Doesn't sound like a random run-of-the-mill syndicate, seeing how she talked to the members of a finger with so much confidence. Seems it's not just the major syndicates that have incentive to be involved in a turf war like this. The smaller syndicates are meddling in so willingly. Well, basically. Whatever goods the head honchos take interest in are naturally going to attract the attention of those below them. The thumb of the index probably won't take direct action for now, but their subordinates are nothing to sneeze at. Grabbing their attention might be beneficial for the library's wealth of info, but it's going to be tough for us to stop them if we escalate things any further from here. And let's hope the other fingers stay out of this. Things will get out of hand otherwise. I'm fine with it, as long as the results benefit us. As long as we keep winning, doesn't really matter how many people we aggro into the library. I suppose. Otherwise, you never lose, exactly. Now, we do have books to burn. Theoretically. I think we have already have all the key pages, so maybe there's not much to do. We'll burn a few just in case, anyway. Guess you already had everything, yeah. So we'll get a couple more. Might as well. Alright. So I got a side key page. Oh, did we? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh. Meow. And today's performance isn't going too well. Oink, you gotta keep the beat. Alright, these guys exist. They are animal themed, apparently. Moo Moo. Zignan is the sacred ground for music. It's the homeland of the pianist. Come on, man. I'm doing my best here. Says Oink. Am I still bothered by what Hee-Haw said? Of course I am. This might be our last performance ever if we go to the library. Shake off all your worries with the exciting music. Oink, if you keep getting distracted by petty concerns like that and half-ass your part, I'm going to use you as my instrument. Seconded. Can't let some little thoughts disturb our performance already. The group that went mildly insane after hearing the pianist. Makes sense. Yeah, they're still new, so you'll have no idea the troubles we had to go through to perform back in my day. Me, Doodle-Doo, Wolf, and Hee-Haw formed this band and devoted all of our time to music so that we could recreate the beautiful, beautiful performance we listened to on that fateful day. So they want to recreate the pianist performance? That sounds, like not a good thing to do. So quit gawking and concentrate on the music. Pianist performance. Yes, I know. I left the 7 Association Section 3 and joined this band because I just couldn't forget that sweet melody. I wanted to make music like that myself, even if it meant I had to give up everything I had. Yeah, remember the enchanting tune that echoed through the whole city? It's the old tale of the musicians of Bremen. That makes sense. Here's where the group's names come from. They are the Bremen musicians. That makes sense. I do enjoy how most of the things in the franchise are like based on folk tales, and it's fun. Kind of like Persona in that sense. Everything is fairy tale themed. A grand and majestic piano made of 100,000 people. A lovely sound created from each stroke of the tendons. Made me realize how beautiful the sounds a human can make in the hands of the right performer. Especially the ensemble of Fixers at the finale. At the end of that intense concerto, the Fixers became one with the piano and assimilated into the music. How I wish I could have been there. Speaking of someone who watched the performance right at the scene, the finale was so wonderful, you know? Musical score and notes literally unraveled before my eyes. Remember the fairy tale where you raid a bank and find a giant mechanical pig bank with a fly on top? Yeah, that one is a little less direct. So not everything is based on fairy tales, but like all the personas and the demons are based on mythological creatures or folk heroes, or folk villains for that matter. Fixers ran across the score and charged at the pianist. They were buried under the notes one by one, their bodies blowing up. Though they couldn't die there, they became part of the piano, spewing out fragrant notes. The last Fixer standing was taken apart carefully, making the most splendid sound imaginable as gorgeous red notes scattered from their body. Yes, that performance, the heavenly music that pierced me. Well, but then the black silence intervened and cut off the pianist's hands and head. Total mood killer. I want to be part of that performance too. I'm so jealous. I had to just sit in my office and listen to the music coming from a distance. Boo-hoo, I want to do it too. I want to make music that's half as good as the pianist's. Hey, look, new color dropped. Yep, the black silence. Got the red mist, the black silence. Look at me, no matter how much I smash the ankle bones, pluck the tendons and scrape flesh from the splint bones of my instruments, I can't even get close to it. Hee-Haw and Doodle-Doo said things. No, Oink, there's no time to be so impatient. It's true that we still have a long way to go before we can perform like the pianist did. We are getting close, you see. If we pour our heart and soul into our performance every day, we'll be able to make it one day. And we also saw the blue reverberation, that's right. Reverberation, that's the one. Performance by Doodle-Doo, Hee-Haw, and Wolf was wonderful, wasn't it? Yeah, we gave a fantastic performance. They wanted a trip to prepare for the next, so we won't get to hear it again for a while, though. It was... Will I get to perform like that someday? Of course. Let's discuss this again after we finish this performance and handle the library job Hee-Haw gave us. She said there's going to be a performance bigger than ever. We might find new instruments in the library, you know? Yeah, I'm excited to see that performance Hee-Haw mentioned. Let me see. Aha! Why don't we perform in a supermarket next time? Oink likes supermarkets, right? I'm in too. It's fun to mess around with all kinds of instruments in supermarkets. Like the heart made of giant bones in the background. Yep. So no idea where they got those. Yeah, most humans don't have bones that big, so I don't know how that works. Distortions are weird. Thanks, Meow. Thanks, Moo. I'll practice harder. Alright, gear up, everyone. So the pianist left a whole bunch of nut jobs in its wake. From Break and Ruin, the most beautiful performance begins. What, are you interested in listening to the pianist's music? No way. I've heard that kind of music more than enough times. Is another dotty musician like the pianist? Similar, but not exactly the same. How about you? Did you hear the pianist's music yourself? Because there were a couple music-themed abnos in Levani Corp. It's mostly in the outskirts, so it wouldn't be too surprising that there's people hunting them and selling the parts. That makes sense. That would make sense. Duh. It'd be a lot faster to count the people in the city that didn't hear that damn sound. This music didn't just pierce me, it almost ravaged my whole being. And then... Never mind. I don't want to remember that performance again. Anyway, musicians are all molto vivace... I have no idea how to pronounce that properly. My head came up with like 4 different guesses, all of which I feel are wrong. There, Akbar. Hey, oatmeal cookie, welcome in. It's going alright. There's a big thunderstorm passing through right now, so that's fun. If I randomly disconnect, that's why. Other than that, having a good weekend. Molto vive... Vivace? I have no idea. Something like that. In the head, one way or another. Seemed a luck performance that leads to doom, indeed. Guess they're living in their own world that no one else can understand. Would have said it the same way? Alright, fair enough. Cat goes. Meow meow. Pig goes. Oink yoink. Rabbit goes. Squeak squeak. This is so sad. Italian being fast and lively, that makes sense. Greetings, dear guests. I am the direct... Moo moo, don't be so down. The rabbits don't have any signature cry sounds. We can make one. Good idea. Everyone. What a load of nonsense. Why are you just standing there, bluey hair? Aren't you gonna let us in? Storm's just always not got our power? Yeah. Our power grid here is really weak too. Texas power grid in general is not the most stable. And our neighborhood's wiring is not the best. Well, these 3, they're idiots, yep. Well, and probably also murderers, but that seems to be the trend with most of the people who enter the library. Little machine, don't keep your guests waiting. What? Haha, look at it stumble. It's got red blood too. You can bleed, but the inside is still a bunch of metallic junk. Not a good vibe. You don't live in an S, this killer be killed. Exactly. Hurry up and let us in before you break your legs. Not even you find your book in this place. Nope, they don't deserve that. Even for the people she doesn't like, she usually manages to do that, but they attacked her. You didn't catch it? That was very significant because Angela bled. Yes, she did bleed red blood. That is unusual. Despite being a robot. Said her insides are still metal. Interesting. Not the first time she got attacked, but it's the first time she bled. Makes sense. So that'll be important. Alright. Let's try Nedzak's team. I don't know why their name says unknown. Some of them must have glitched out there. Okay. So there's just the one floor, just the one attempt. Maybe that's just their name? I don't think it was. I think they had a name at one point. And then I like canceled it or something. Okay, well, can't redirect this one, so we're just gonna have to counter it. 5 to 18. Oh, okay. Cool. I don't have anything that hits double digits. Cool. Well, that's not true. I have 1 to 15. That's, that's not gonna do much. Oh boy. Cool. Get clobbered, idiot, yeah. I guess, I can just, throw a bunch of attacks at it and at least try to trade some damage there. Okay, you can steal this 3? Yeah. 1 to 5, 3, 8, 3, 7. 610, 610. We need more light for that, though. Never mind, you should just farm light and we'll use that card next turn. You, though, you're probably going to counter this one. 3726. I'll try that. Okay. 153837. Or 352326. That'll be the first one, but then we just take the second. 1-6. Can't do that one. And we're out of light. Yep, that would do it. Sure, just keep wheeling on this guy. That was 15 damage. Ouch. Oh, nice. And we still took the second hit. And rolled a 1 on that dodge. Very cool. Zach's already nearly dead. Feel like I'm undergeared for this fight, potentially. Oh, they're all dogging on him, jeez. What's my opinion on Philip? Who's Philip? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it was my first playthrough. Blind playthrough. Uh, 1-5 dodge. And I got nothing. I'll love him, alright. Fair enough. And I don't have very many defensive cards here either. You're just dead. You got one. You're just dead. There's literally nothing you can do to not just die this turn. And you got one light anyway. Cool, have fun. Yep, there we go. Yeah, not going super great. Cover 2/4 stagger, resist the characters and staggered, sure. Uh, 3535. Sure, try it. Nope. Dang. Yeah, okay, bye. Next hydrate. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter, I've already lost. And there they go. Yeah, we'll circle back to this one. This is not happening in this build, I don't think. Got two of them kind of low, but they got all three of our people completely low. So that would do it. Well, congratulations, enjoy your books. Oof. Okay, let's try a different one, shall we? That was that one, I think. Help yourself. You're gonna starve to death if you don't eat anything. Thanks to the meal a bit. I don't feel like eating yet. Oh, this guy. Yeah, that's right, because he escaped from a previous fight. I forgot about that. It's been a little bit since I last played. There's a lot of characters. No wonder your office got wiped out. You should harden your heart still. That's right, he was working for the old guy, right? That sounds familiar. Do you think it was your fault? Yes, had I stopped them, had I been stronger, more mature, had I stayed there and not run away, then it's your fault. Huh? You're too daft and weak to keep the others safe. It's your fault that everyone died. Feel better now? Think what you want. Something happens, all you gotta do is make up reasons that are convenient to you now. It's not like you actually care about the cause. You just want to believe whatever that convinces you. Hey kids, don't bully that boy too hard now. I didn't do anything, it was all Pamela. Alright Philip, feeling well enough to talk now? Outer speed is OP for where you are right now? Noted. Yes, thank you for your kindness. We're sister offices, after all. Gotta help each other out. Sorry we couldn't help. We're in the middle of handling a case of the distortion in the streets of District 12. I was victimized by the 8 o'clock circus, held a show of pure insanity and hedonism. It's akin to a festival in hell. It was quite a bit of trouble. I had to get my body replaced too. This one's seriously not my style. Is that a robotic body? Doesn't the shape infringe the ethics amendment, though? It's not mechanical. It's a clone of my body. I got biological body recovery insurance some time ago. Pamela's body was torn apart beyond recovery, so this is the only way we had left for her. Her head was thankfully intact. I thought fixer insurances were a complete robbery. They did help us out for once. Speaking of, doesn't your office have any insurance? I was a relatively new member at the office. I don't know that much. Yeah, you want to see if the office had any. There are many types of insurance, with various conditions. It's nice to have a body again. Why did it have to be this? What? I urgently got body cloning surgery to save you, and this is how you thank me? What's the point? Even just looking at the mirror is discouraging. Don't you dare damage that body. You know what? Why don't you just die a permanent death this time? That way you can't be recovered by any means. You don't have to pay me for the cloned body then. You asking for a fight? Yeah, you punk. You certainly are masterful at making sangwacha, as Salvador said. You flatter me, sir. Any for your thoughts, Philip? Did the library appear to be related to the distortion phenomenon in any way? I'm not sure. I haven't experienced the distortion myself. That place looked more alien than anything I've ever seen. In Master and Sambe, I got turned into books there. That doesn't help. Several associations have started keeping an eye on this matter. It's not just the associations. Even the wings and the fingers are clueless about what to make of the distortion. Alright. You don't seem too interested in the current topic. You must want to forget all this fuss about the distortion and head right back to the library and retrieve the books of your colleagues. I wish I could do just that. My master said to me in his note that I shouldn't act hastily, and instead depend on your aid. Our old friend left me with quite the troublesome little fellow. Death is a staple in this business, but his wife and children must be heartbroken still. Have you met them? No, I couldn't visit them yet. Why is that? I'm too ashamed to face them. Your next stop will be the library. Ready your gear? Thank you, sir. Don't mistake this for kindness. We're simply taking you with us because we were already planning to go there. And this is the least I can do to bear responsibility for my old friend's death. Personally, I'd never let a fixer like you join my office. You'd give us a bad name. Is it wrong? Is it so pathetic for me to want to repay the favors of my colleagues for their sake? Everyone says not to act upon attachment, but it's an unclassy and naive thing to do. Can we as fixers, no, as people living in the city, do anything on the behalf of others? Gosh, you're insufferable. He didn't even say that you're wrong or anything. He just doesn't want those kinds of fixers in our office. Simple as that. Don't be a miserable ass about it. Nothing is as unreliable as someone who's easily swayed by their feelings. You want us all to die just so you can fulfill your ideals, or what? You must be sincerely believing the reactions are for others. And you are different from all the other unkind and selfish denizens of the city. Thinking that you are fighting for some higher cause. I know that those are in fact entirely selfish thoughts. It's the most dangerous kind of selfishness. You deceive yourself into thinking you're selfless. There could be no such thing as a selfless action for us humans. Even the act of self-sacrifice is ultimately for oneself. Yeah, they're bullying Philip here. Very dangerous kind of selfishness, one that slowly eats away at your peers and leads them to damnation. You have fine speech, but I must wonder if you're truly upset for the sake of Salvador and your elderly colleagues. I'll go prepare myself. That Philip guy seems to be hurt, but I agree with Oscar here. Few things are as dangerous and nasty as selfishness in the guise of for the sake of someone else. I think I know what you mean. The determination to work for the good of others can be a dreadful and loathsome weapon. Especially if one strongly believes that the justice they're pursuing is worth sacrificing for. They're blinded by self-righteousness and have no regards for their surroundings. They don't care what happens to others. They justify themselves for pressing forward, pursuing their justice, crushing everything in their way. Wow, that's maybe the first time we understood each other for real. I'm touched, man. How about some champagne? Stop frowning already, would you? You're so annoying. He's still recovering. We should give him some space. Tiny things like this can still affect my psyche. Never mind, you don't need to care about me. I'll try not to be a hindrance. Psyche. I always forget about that last vowel. I'll stab you as soon as I determine that you're getting in our way. Greetings, dear guests. Now your rip seems to be in a rather ill mood. I thought you were a machine. Could it be that you are partially human? Don't stare at us so viciously now. We just spoke to you to make sure, not to kill you or anything. How rude. Has anyone taught you to behave? I heard the librarian of this place was supposed to be nice. Someone advised me that there's no need to be courteous with ill-mannered guests who slap and spit in my face without reason. I apologize. We couldn't afford to be polite when our very lives are at risk. Oh, really now? This isn't like what we heard about her at all. She must have had her own woes. Yeah, I mean, and she got slashed recently. Granted that timeline didn't happen, right? Okay, we do have 2 acts to work with here. We can only use 1 floor. That's concerning. Okay. I guess we'll try Malkuth's team again. Okay, there's 4 of them. Did we gear you up? I did not notice we had 4 librarians. I forgot to make sure that everyone is geared up. That's a default key page right there. Okay, well, now that I know that, we'll do it right next time. In the meantime, let's learn what we can about this encounter. Meat shield, let's go. Yep. Look at that. You're taking 3 attacks. That's fine. Keep it up. Oh, yeah, okay, we're back to the double-digit attacks. Jeez. 6 to 18 on hit, deal 5 extra damage to the target. I don't like this game anymore. This is getting too difficult for me. Alright, Sure, try to dodge that. I don't think it'll work, but we can try. Liked it before? I mean, it had some good moments. I might have to learn how to mod this so I can make a cheap mod if we get that far. I'll just get rolling the key page that gives him 1,000,000 health. We'll play that way. Too difficult? Oh no, I know it gets worse. I know it gets a lot worse. But also, like, I choose what games I play, so, you know, if it gets to the point where it's unbearable, I can just leave. I don't have to be here. I don't have to suffer. 2-7. What does it matter? We're not clashing anyway. Let's just focus fire Oscar. Alright, pretty big modding for the scene for the game. You can probably find what you want. Probably, yeah. But it'd be a fun opportunity to learn how to mod this one, since I already modded, wrote my own mods for Lobotomy Corporation. And this would be a lot easier to have, oh, thanks to the hydrate. This one would probably be better than Lobotomy Corporation for making it, AI friendly. So Lua can play it. Because this one doesn't have any real-time elements to it. It's all turn-based. So that could be interesting. Try to get an AI that can play Library of Ruina better than I can. Wouldn't be hard to do in terms of gameplay skill. Okay, yep, we're not dodging that one. It was worth a try. Ouch. Nice dodge, okay. At least one of our dice rolls went well. Shit. Goodbye. It is now 4-on-3. Some nice burn stacks, though. That's nice. 3 scenes get restore 15% HP. If it's hit 3 times, lose 25% of current HP and loses effect. That could be interesting. Just don't get hit. Okay, everyone immediately targeted them. Never mind, that was the wrong choice. Okay. Yeah, clash with that one. Do that. So focus fire someone and see if you can get a book out of it. Yeah, that's probably the play. I'm thinking try to take Oscar out, see if we can get his key page. So I guess if we can't progress on any of the actual story invitations, we might have to go do the generic ones. I did stagger him. Oh. Okay, he doesn't have any abilities on him that would prevent him from dying here. Okay, that's a 4-7-3-5. So we can try that. I'm gonna redirect this 3-6-3-7. And these are the only 2 cards I have, so that's what we're gonna do. Supposed to die reduces every incoming damage, including the one that triggered it, by 25 for the scene. That makes sense. I was like, it looked like he should have died there, but I figured I probably just missed something. Book of Oscar obtained. All right, fantastic. And Malkuth is about to die. Let's buff the one that's not about to die. Okay. 4735. And just burn. 4848. That might work. Guess we'll find out. Seems you start with the useless nugget. I'm surprised by how well this is going. Yeah, this could have gone a lot worse. I was like, we took out Oscar, and then I realized, wait a minute, this actually looks still not great odds, but a non-zero chance of victory. Yeah, we'll just, see if Malkuth can heal, maybe? Oh, no one's targeting. Okay, that's excellent. Thank you, RNG. 4848. Not great odds there. But she doesn't have a lot of stagger health left. 241515. I guess we'll do that. Sometimes the RNG's in my favor. Not often, but sometimes. Staggered. Fantastic. Still did a lot of damage, though. Malkuth isn't dead. 272525. This probably doesn't kill. You've got 1 HP and you're on fire. I think we can ignore you. Yeah. That'll do it. Alright, Philip. Let's go. Nice. Staggered. And he ran away again. No one else is running away. Oh. Yet again, I thought I could fight with them until the end this time. How long am I going to keep hiding behind others? What could I have changed if I stood with them and fought along? If only I had the courage to stand up to something. If I had that courage, when I was told to run, I hesitated. Ran away, leaving my master and Zombie behind, and might think of me as a coward. Maybe they actually wanted me to stay with them? The decision I made was to listen to them, believing that it was for their sake. I convinced myself that I'd only be a hindrance if I stayed. There's nothing I can do here, so I should go outside and ask others for help. This is all for Sanbei and Master. But I'm doing this for others. I was determined to sacrifice myself for others. But I forfeited, telling myself this wasn't the right time. Told myself it's fine because I'm still a selfless man. Instead a vile and selfish person. I involved Wedge Office telling them this is for my master and Sanbei. And I took their sacrifice for granted and ran away again. It's not for myself. Trying to justify what I wanted to do. Endlessly parroting for them, for others, for someone else. For whom? The words I uttered to disguise my selfishness is something greater. He was right, and I was the most selfish and dangerous person. I don't want to embellish my motives, saying it's for others. I was doing it all for me. For myself, above anything else. For me, who's feeling sadder than anyone. Yeah, I mean, everyone suffers here. You're not that special. Oh. Unknown. Interesting. Um. Hmm. I see. And we don't get a heal between those floors. We don't get to pick a different floor. Okay. I see why this one was easier. Ah, one-winged angel, let's go. Good luck. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this one. No one's going to cry on my behalf, even if I'm sad. The sadness is mine to bear, after all. If I must carry this emotion, if I can't get rid of it, I have to repeat the cycle of sinking into the swamp of despair and then thinking whatever comforts me. And I'll take the path of getting back on my feet with the sadness instead. Because I believe I can do it. Because it's what I must do. I have to move forward. This power has to be an opportunity given to me. Oh boy. I've got his own ego, wax pinion, kept unnamed until Walpurgis event in Olympus. Makes sense. He's got different music too. Oh boy. So what are his abilities? At the start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand and deck, add new pages to hand, and their cost becomes 0. That's rude. At the start of the scene, inflict 3 burn to all enemies if the character is not staggered. Oh. Stormer thought one of his arms became a wing, but it's just behind it. Ah, that makes sense. So it's a wing shield. I also thought the arm became a wing. Rarely shifts between feathered shield and searing sword modes, inflicting burn after taking hits and upon attacking. So everything burns is is the takeaway here, I guess. And we're already low. Oh shit! I forgot to. I thought I hadn't rolled combat dice yet because I wasn't paying attention. Well, that definitely guarantees we lose. Yep. Okay, let's try our best, guys. Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. Probably nothing. Okay. Draw. Big hit. And dead to the counterattack by Malkuth. Death to footfalls. Yeah. Well, you know. And then Ruby 3 and 11 HP. Yep. Well, GG. We did suicide bomb. Yep, there we go. Suicide bomb was not enough to take him out. Yeah, we still got some books, though. It does do a lot of damage, but it also meant we had nobody left. I feel like we could try that again, especially if we get some upgraded key pages here. Now update the cards and have a not useless person. Yeah, that'll improve our odds there a little bit. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got their key pages. Jen, yeah, okay. So it's Oscar. Some of his other pages. Cool, cool, cool. A lot of Spirit Sweep. See, I like that one. I like Transpierce. I'm gonna put that on a few people. Wonder why they put a limit of 20? Good question. Probably just prevent the page from lagging out. That'd be my guess. Limit the number of cards that can be displayed. Alright. So first things first, let's give you an actual page. Sure. Take Oscar's page. Oh, look at those defenses too. Normal on everything except for Endured on Pierce. So no vulnerabilities of any kind. That's nice. Ah, that's right, you mentioned the taking lethal blow, reducing incoming damage by 25. Yep. That is, that's really nice. That's a good one. Alright, what do I want for passives, though? I guess we'll see what cards we have available. Yeah, 2-6-10 attacks is pretty good. Transpierce is terrifying. Binding Arms. Unused, lower this page's cost by 1 up to 2 times. Oh, you could definitely make a gimmick with that. The Wedge passive makes the key page Pierce oriented. Oh yeah, so it does. Pierce damage +1, Pierce stagger damage +1, Pierce dice power +1. That makes sense. Look at that, those are all piercing. We'd have a lot of slashing cards though. That's piercing. Okay, that's it. That's good for high value cards. We need some low value cards to not get swamped here. Have anything else that generates light at any decent rate? High speed stabbing. Sure. Any like 1-pointers that generate light? On a clash, yeah, but that's not that useful. Discard pages, discard pages, discard pages. Clash 1, restore 1 light. I need something that actually improves my light economy. There we go. Unused restores 2 light. That's what I'm looking for. Give me one of those. Give me 2 of those, actually. There is still the filter system, but I also want to just get a feel for what cards I do have available. Maybe some 2-pointer with some good defense. Evasion options. We are starting to get a lot of cards, that is true. For 1 to 15 damage. That's pretty good. Target's current die by 1. That's a fun gimmick. Inflict paralysis. Inflict paralysis. A lot of paralysis cards. Ooh, draw pages. That's useful. 'Cause we are going to run out of pages quick too here. Alright, let's try that. We can also inherit more stuff. Do we have anything that does pierce? No. This is our first Pierce card, I guess. Yeah, we don't already have. Let's look at what we got then. Inflicting paralysis to enemies could be fun. About 2 more pages at the start of the act. I feel like I probably want to give Saya's page to someone though, so I'll hold off on that for now. It's not really a bleed build. Having a potential +1 every other turn isn't bad. Just gain a bunch of power at the start of for the first scene. There's a lot of those. Start with 1 lighted at 25% chance. That's not terrible. That'll add up, and that's not a very costly one. Three or fewer pages are in hand at the end of the scene. Gain 1 strength next scene. That one's costly, but I can see that one happening. Blood damage boost. Blood damage boost. You'll +1 stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. That has a decent chance of happening. That's an older one, so that's not likely to need its speed dice used for other people. Potentially do that. Over 2 HP at the start of each scene. That one's also not bad. Yeah, all these. I just gain 1 strength. It's not a big heal, but it's still healing. It adds up over time. Since their dice gain 3 power at the first scene, that costs 4. That makes sense. Sure, we'll just do the strength boost. There we go. That'll work. Alrighty, we'll try that. The Malkuth also runs out of cards, so we need to shuffle these a little bit. I think she's still focusing on defensive cards and burn. Mostly we need something that lets her draw more cards. And we had someone that was like that. Where were they? I guess I can search. Page draw. That's the one. Okay. Yeah, so pick up one of those. And then maybe... I think we still want the defensive cards for other situations. We'll try that then. It's not a huge change, but it's something. Okay. I want to change anything here. Yeah, I feel like we don't need as many zero-cost cards on you. You were running out of other cards that were valuable. Let's pick up a big one. Like that one. And Ruby, you died pretty quickly, but I think same deal. Six to 18 damage is just nice. That is a lot. Okay. Sure, we need to burst through something. Having a fourth person should help a lot. Alright. Okay. I think we can pretty much do the same thing here too. Try to burst down Oscar first. 3737. Yeah, just inflict a bunch of burn. Right for 8. Okay, we can do something about that. Okay, 4848. Just burst through it. Draw. Ouch. Unlucky. Ah. Not off to a great start. Good dodge, though. Not a great first round. Okay. Unlucky. We'll counter this one for 735. I have a feast. Yeah, you don't have enough light for that. We'll just do that. Inflict more burn. Alright, and I guess that's your only good attack here. Good luck. Almost. Not bad, not bad. Not good. I wish they were consistent in left side versus right side. Sometimes I think I get a good hit in and then I realize that wasn't actually my character, that was their character. Phew. Depends on how much they moved, yeah, but I wish they didn't. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing much here. Good luck. Unless they're not attacking the person who's staggered. Nope. Alright, below half. You're low, though. Nice dodge. Or defense. Not nice, taking 2 full damage hits. 3 full damage hits. Come on, Malkuth. You gotta roll better than that. Okay. We got 2 very low, though. 4735. And you're out of cards. $3737. Try that. Oh, some tailoring. And then hopefully that's enough. Malkuth is nearly about to die. Philip is staggered. Pamela's staggered. Oof. Yeah, okay. Not going quite as well. Or 735. Try that. RNG luck. Yep, that's how it goes. Here, why don't you steal that? Dang it. Project Moon games are just so RNG heavy. It's like, yeah, my strategy is not great, but I feel like my success is so random and not directly correlated with success. Or 735. No, this is still RNG, but it's weighted by the sanity system, kind of like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That seems reasonable. Okay, at least everyone's alive. Barely in some cases, but... we got 3 people at about half. Come on, one-winged Philip, let's do this. I really have secret boss fight. Sanity starts 0 and goes from -45 to 45. Each point of sanity is 1% chance of rolling either heads or tails. That's right, that makes sense. I remember watching a video tutorial on it, and they were explaining that. At 0 it's 50-50, which makes sense. Not actually doing a whole lot of actual damage here. So we can just try to burst. Nice, big hit. Okay, he's below half on stagger resistance at least. And he's still shielding. None of this does a whole lot of damage. I probably could have selected the cards better for that. Oh well. 3737, let's go gambling. Yeah, nope. Sounds about right. Got one good hit in there, at least. Malkuth is dead. He's almost staggered, though. Okay, now he's on the offensive. So two of them are attacking you, that's fine. I damaged him and he staggered. Nice. Almost. So low. Oh, victory? Oh. Okay. I was like, he still has 12 health left. Alright. Obtain 2 copies of Combat Page Feather Shield. Cool. That's our reward. Oh, okay. That was an interesting one. Whoa, what is up with that Philip kid? We need to get such a high-performing workshop gear. Not even the workshops can make equipment as good as that. This actually reminds me of that guy. Ego. Ego. That appears to be ego. Ego? You mean the ego, as in someone's consciousness? It's a silly wordplay. They're essentially the same thing. The shell of one's ego. It's a physical manifestation of the mind. It's a persona, basically. What? The mind? Physically brought about? That sounds too vague to be a real thing that could happen. Extermination of geometrical organ, which makes no sense. Who named it that? Because I don't even understand what it's trying to say. It was the singularity of L-Corp. Well, the process was different. L-Corp extracted ego deliberately. Philip must have manifested his thanks to the influence of the White Knights and Dark Days. AN, probably. Yeah, well, he's bad at naming things. Yeah, I understand somewhat now. Put the brakes in your train of thought for a moment. You mean anyone can just extract powerful equipment like that from their mind, free of charge? Don't rush me. This is also my first time seeing it manifest this way. If you're so curious, you shouldn't have let him get away. I didn't know that kid would put that kind of device on him. Old man Oscar's still not honest to himself. Seem to have a number of old friends. Well, yeah, they're seasoned veterans and mountains of experience. It's hard not to run into them at least once or twice as a fixer, you know? Called his Wing Lobotomy Corporation. At that point, I stopped asking about his naming skills. You know, that's fair. Good point. And I mean, you know, it's one of the most essential skills for a mad scientist to be able to name things well, I would say. That's like half the job. It's naming things. Your evil devicinators. Okay, well, we got books to burn. Well, actually, no, we don't, but, you know, we'll burn more anyway, just for fun. So we already got all these. But why not? Sure. Okay. So that's 2 done. I guess we'll try this one now. Nope. I can send any book for this one? Or did I fail to click on the option? Oh, I failed to click on the option, that's why. Yeah, 2 pages unknown. Okay. Oh, hey, we're back on the warp train. These are passengers. It's Tommy. Mary. Where are we now? How much time has passed? Tommy, you're awake. I'm sorry. I don't really know. I don't know how long we've been here. Alina, we're about 10 days in. 10 days? How are you feeling right now? You're out cold for 3. That warp trains are supposed to arrive in just 10 seconds. How could this happen? What's going to happen to us? Where are we? I'm not certain myself, Mr. Tommy. I already heard your name from your lover, in case you're wondering. I'm Elena, currently working as a nurse. This is Jaehyun, a doctor from our hospital. A pleasure to meet you. 10 seconds, 10 plus days, same thing. I mean, with their thing. I've already forgotten the word for it. You know, it would make sense that there's some distortion going on there. Some time dilation. I took care of you while you fainted. It's my first time experiencing a delay like this, too. I use warp trains quite often, you see. I always have a pleasant 10-second trip to the destination. You know anything about accidents like this, Doctor? Not at all. This kind of malfunction should surely be fatal to W Corp's image. Strange they haven't made any response for this long. Why are we worrying about W Corp? We're all going to starve to death trapped inside this train. Tommy, actually... Let me tell him. Tommy, you were asleep for the last 3 days. Are you feeling any thirst right now? You didn't consume any water or moisture while you were out, just so you know. I'm not thirsty at all? For some reason, no one here appears to be feeling any kind of hunger or thirst. To elaborate, no one has shown malfunction or distress in vital physiological functions. How is that even possible? So what is going on here? You have no idea. Let's wait a little more. Seems the time is all we have, after all. Time, huh? Tommy, you can keep your eyes closed if you're tired. I'll always be at your side. Me too, Mary. I'll stay next to you all the time. 15 days in. Tommy! Mary, what's wrong? What's all this noise? Tommy, wake up! This is bad! Well, we did expect something like this to happen sooner or later. What's going on? Seems trouble's occurred in the carriage next to ours. What are they doing? Watch me! Witness me! Yeah! Natural reaction to being trapped in a closed space like this for more than 2 weeks. Did that person just slice off their own throat? Huh? This is intriguing. Doctor? Certainly is. Eileen didn't send us here for nothing. Look at this. My neck is barely dangling and I'm still alive. Tommy! Stay with me, Mary. 16 days in. Mr. Tommy, you're finally awake. I never thought I'd faint so many times in my life. Sight must have been quite shocking for Miss Mary as well. Yeah, she's still asleep. What happened to that person? Talking about the person that slit their own throat. They were put under quarantine in a different carriage. There's 300 people on board. Can't be the only one to have done such a thing. Quarantined? You mean they're not dead? They should have died after bleeding so much. You don't usually quarantine a corpse. Hey you're finally awake, basically. They're surprisingly alive, even though the arteries were cut. Blood was spilled all over the floor, but it wasn't completely separated from the body. Not a single drop of blood was scattered or smeared on other surfaces. The pool of blood remained in contact with the body like a cohesive mass. That person stayed conscious the whole time, enough to communicate. Probably still vividly feeling the pain of their neck being slit. What the hell? How could any of this be possible? I'm afraid I don't know. Sorry, Mr. Tommy. I can't help but give you the same response all the time. No, it's alright. I shouldn't expect you to know all the answers, after all. It's one thing we can know for sure. And that's... this is only the beginning. You have to brace yourself. For the sake of your lover as well. Yeah, I gotta... 30 days in. Jeez. Tommy, Mrs. Mio's from the next carriage over told me that 5 of the 30 carriages are already filled with suicidals. Don't worry, Mary. The people in our carriage are still going strong. So thanks to Elaine and Jaehyun. It's not just us. Everyone in the 6 adjacent carriages seem to be counting on those two. It really is. They're so professional and collected. It's reassuring to have them around. You're right. If it weren't for Elaine and Jaehyun, we might have... Mary, don't say such dark things. 93 days in. Jeez. Over 3 months. Oof. Situation is worsening, everyone. Carriages 5 to 15 are still in solidarity, including Carriage 7 where we are located. Things are not looking good for the carriages beyond 15. Even just 3 days ago. I heard Carriage 19 is already full of half-dead people. They're breaking into other carriages and ravaging people's bodies like they were playing with them like toys. That's sadly the case. Those people seem to have decided to accept pain as a way to endure this trial of time. They gone mad? Killing each other just to pass the time. They aren't exactly dead, though. Mary, they're crawling around with their limbs barely attached. They're pretty much as good as dead. That's right, we must persevere. We can't stop them from damaging their own bodies, but forcing that pain on others is simply unacceptable. Miss Elena, Jaehyun, sir, what can we do? What if they attacked my younger siblings? I'm sure you don't want to be separated from your loved ones. You want to stay with them forever on this trip that might last an eternity, don't you? Yes, we do. We'll be able to endure it if we're together. You gonna show us a way, Jaehyun? Jaehyun? I don't want to be separated from Tommy either. You feel the same, right, Tommy? Yeah, of course. And please have faith in us. We need your agreement, and you must be prepared to fight them. Fight them? The vile people from beyond Carriage 15 who are trying to break us apart, of course. 100 days in. They're mad. They're all crazy. Mr. Tommy, are you still hesitating? Tommy, look at them. They don't look all too bad. I was shocked at first, but if I can be with you forever, Tommy, then I think I'll be able to make it through. Sorry, Mary, I need a little more time to think. Mr. Tommy, while this train has an abundance of time, we don't have much of it left for us. I won't compel you. The decision is in your hands. 113 days. I'll do it. I'll do it, damn it. Tommy. So you've decided. See what happened to the people in Carriage 14. They were already raided. They were just sitting there drooling, their eyes turned wide in shock. Can't let the same happen to you, Mary. Tommy, I feel the same. Good. Let's start the procedure immediately. Doctor, preparations, please. 120 days in. What procedure? What are they doing? Tommy, how are you feeling? I don't know. But I'm relieved. I can feel your heartbeat vividly. Me too. We'll never be apart again. 150 days in. Thanks to your love, we can keep carriages up to number 10 safe. All thanks to the new bodies you gave us, Doctor. I'm flattered to hear that. Your love for each other is what really protected you. Doctor, Carriage 10 is urgently asking for help. Mr. Tommy and Miss Mary, could you head to Carriage 10 and lend them your strength? Huh? We never fought anyone in our lives. We aren't strong either. Are they Frankensteining people together? I mean, fair. Anyone would go crazy after being trapped in a room for that long, but This fight is a Millie song. All right, we'll see what happens. I don't know if we'll get a copyright strike or not, but if we do, we'll find out. Your affection for each other will surely invigorate your new body. I'll trust you, Doctor. 3,437 days in. Whew, almost 10 years. You can shove suicidals in their place like a breeze now, Tommy. Yeah, it's just as the doctor said. Our affection for each other gave us strength. They keep crawling out no matter how many times we smash them. They should get quiet for a while now. Welcome back to the town, Mr. Tommy and Miss Mary. Yep. Yep. 10 years without feeling hunger, thirst, or having the ability to die. That's Project Moon for you. Tommy and Mary are the heroes of Love Town. Tommy and Mary, you're so cool. 4,284 days in. We don't talk about Love Town. I mean, I think we've already talked more than enough about it. You're back, Tom Mary. What's up, Mommy? Oh, they stopped even considering themselves separate now. How you been? It's the same as always. I just wonder if I should fold those blood lumps into squares or triangles this time. That's nice. They enjoy pain anyway, so they should like it. Where's Daddy? He went to the front carriage for a moment. So why do you call me here, Mommy? Love Town is still the most messed up thing coming from a Project Moon game. This is definitely the most grotesque visually. Like, flayed bodies is one thing, but being completely unable to die is pretty horrifying. Finally got an interesting toy. It means they've seen enough, according to Eileen. Interesting toy? The invitation to the library. Remember the infamous urban legend? Fixers who sat behind you disappeared after receiving an invitation that looks just like this. Sorry, Mommy. What's the library? What do you mean by fixers? Right, I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry, Mommy. It's our fault for being dumb. No, he'd have cried laughing if you were here. I'm sorry. Please don't punish me. I'm not scolding you, see? No punishments either. Here, take this. And sign that invitation with the other townspeople. If you can find and bring the books listed on that paper there, I'll give you a prize. Prize? I like prizes. Now you can make it back anyway. 724,284 days? Are you alright? You don't look so well. It's disgusting. It's a shame that I can't vomit like humans do. Same. It's a natural reaction to seeing stuff like that. What kind of malfunction could have stopped a train for thousands of years anyway? Is everything okay out there? I don't really feel that much time has passed, but what if time flew without us realizing while we were busy watching that? Less than an hour has passed for us, since we only watched fractions of the process. What about the outside world, though? It should be the same as us. That one is a unique guest. This book will surely be an interesting read. Wow, I'm leaving town for the first time. Visiting a new place together with all the townspeople. Greetings, dear guests. Hello, ma'am. Who are you? I am Angela, director and librarian of this library you're in. I'm Tom Mary, from Love Town. Angela, Mommy told me to get things called books from this place. You can find them through the door over there. Thank you. Do you happen to remember Tommy and Mary? Tommy? Mary? Who's that? Please don't mind. You can find your book in this place. Horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. At least if they get turned into a book, they're... Actually, I don't know what it's like to be a book. We haven't really heard anything from the book's perspective. I assume it's probably less horrifying than being a meat puppet. But, I don't know. Oh, he still uses all 4 librarians, okay. We'll see how this goes. Ugh. And they're just gurgling noises. Incoherent speech. Okay. That's plus 10 power if the attack is one-sided. Oh boy, is that their gimmick? Ah, okay, fun. We need to be very careful about this then. Because if you're being attacked by multiple creatures, like in this case, that gets bad quickly. Okay. So we definitely need to steal one of these to redirect it. 3-8, 3-6. Let's try to retaliate on one of these. Let's do that. Okay. Do that. It's not bad. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, it's fine. I got a light, okay. Dang it. Good dodge. Nice. Nice. Still set some burn stacks. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum bum bum. It's casual horror. Bum 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 bum. Oh, there we go. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Nice. Nice, nice. Guess we need to not be taking damage because there are 2 rounds of this. Okay, okay. So you're being attacked twice, so we need to redirect one of these. You got 2 light. And Clash lose, add +6 power to the next dice. Oh, never mind, that one's a new one. Ah, okay. Well, I don't think we have very many cards that are gonna win or lose that clash on a 1/4. So I might as well just go all out, huh? Well, let that one go one-sided. That makes sense. Yeah, it is not a lot of damage, is it? They're close to being staggered, though. If we can burst through that. We only need to do 4 stagger damage. Oh, wait, but are they immune to... They're immune to blunt. Okay, never mind. So that would not be a good card to play there. This would, though. Bum bum ba dum bum bum bum. So we can ignore that. Do that. Let's use this one. There we go, staggered. Weak. Nice. Nice, nice. Staggered. Dead. Okay, so far so good. No one's particularly weak, but we can still do some healing. Okay. So now it needs to do a little bit of damage to that one. Just ignore that attack. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Oh, never mind, I stole it. Whoops. Thank you for forgetting about how that works. Now let's go all out. Nice, nice. Dead. Dang it. Staggered and dead. Nice. One left. And this should be easy cleanup. Staggered. Dead. Okay. Made it almost unscathed through Act 1. Not bad. Okay. We are technically at the 2-hour mark. I can go a little bit longer, I think. But not much. Alright, cool. Yeah, I wrap up this fight and that'll probably be it for tonight. One way or another. Oh, there we go. There's the Millie song. Start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand, new pages at the end, cost becomes 0, so same ego thing. I'm winning an act, revive the dead townsfolk with 50 HP. And if 50 HP goes down to 50% or lower, something happens. From a place of love. That makes sense. Okay, so they still have the same gimmicks, but Tom Mary obviously does not. So horrifying. I don't like it. Okay. And then let's focus on the boss. How about? Very cute song out of context, and context is just like, oh god, yeah. It's like, oh, they love each other so much. So much that they merged into an unholy meat golem. Okay. So we need to contest this one. No problem. And this one. Now we're basically out of light. Sure, good luck. High-speed stabbing. Nice. Nice. Ouch. Good block. Ouch. Okay, we got it below half HP, I think. Okay, not quite. Almost there. Okay. Counter this one. Yep, counter all of these. Now we're out of light. That's fine. Okay. Big hit. Okay. Okay. Ouch. Dang it. Needed to dodge that. Okay, now he's definitely below half. Or them. They are. I suppose the definition of a plural they, them. Oh boy. They did something. 8 to 20 damage, okay. Heal 7 to yourself, all dice this page get +2 power. Mary's head just exploded. So it did. Well, that's tragic. How about we put them out of their lack of misery? Okay, don't counter that one. Kind of used to. Oof. Can you steal that one? Yeah. Ignore that one. Tommy starts becoming conscious of what's happening at this point. That's horrifying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to not read a lot of the combat text for this one for my own sanity. Ouch. Yep. Sounds about right. Who needs sanity? Every member of Olympus Company? Yeah, ouch. Okay, 2 people stunned. Not ideal. Some ideas want to be in the negative, fair enough. Anticipating explosive power. That's so brutal. And at least our staggered people aren't taking a lot of direct attacks this time. We can only counter one of these. The other one's just gonna have +10 power. That's horrifying. Ruby's dead. Yeah, this is a very different fight when they're low on HP. No surprise there. Okay, we'll just attack the uncontested one with everything we got. Try to burst. Need 20. There's just nothing I can do about that. Oof. Actually, didn't have to go through Tomari's and Rage because you burst them hard before they could. Smart. I was unsuccessful in doing that. Whew, that was very lucky. Okay, Tomari's down. Didn't know they had one. Well, now you know. Sure, let's keep Malkuth alive. Suddenly this is a normal fight. Okay, we got several that are close to being staggered. Including us. Alright, best of luck. Yeah, okay. One down. Tomari is the source of it, yeah. Makes sense. Ego-like effect. One more. We've got a lot of dice now. And I've only just now at the end of the fight realized that some of them have different damage resistances. I thought they were all immune to bludgeoning. I know it's only some of them. Alright, well, it didn't matter. We win. Oh. Couldn't call for the reception of Tomari. Horrifying. Ugh. Something about Project Moon Games players are not reading. There's too much information, and the information is confusingly presented. I'm not very perceptive at the best of times, and there's too much. Not sure that was a malfunction with the singularity or anything, but now that I see that I may not be the only one to suffer from the copiousness of time. Well, anything can happen. Does that console you somehow? Not at all. I'm different. I won't go through the same ordeal ever again. I retained myself, unlike these people. I persevered. I didn't let time consume my sanity. I didn't break down, Alright, let's just calm down and take a deep breath. When the memories of hard times burst forth, you gotta embrace them to the core. Okay, so there's just the one for next time. We'll unlock the next tier and things will get so much worse. Book of Tomari, okay. They do not have a key page. Fair enough. Faint memories and wrath of torment. Memory is the only enemy until basically the end of the game to not have one. Fair enough. I mean, it kind of makes sense though, since they're like so distorted. They wouldn't have like a cohesive sense of self-identity anymore to even have a their own page, you know? If that's how that works. They don't remember who they are, or either of them that they were. Alright. I need to get going for D&D, so we will call it there. That was a interesting session. And once again, a reminder that Project Moon is horrifying and very difficult. We did most of it. That could have been worse. Alright, who is live? Raider, obviously. And no one else that I'm friends with. As expected. I think even of my streamer friends, most of them stream earlier in the day nowadays. So there's not a lot of overlap. Should read Hawkbar, but I think they're stopping soon. Yeah, probably. Maybe we'll pick someone that is already offline. Save ourselves some trouble. I do feel a little bit silly that we're just always raiding offline, but, you know. Sure, whatever. That is less work than actually, like, getting to know strangers. Horrifying. Okay, we raided Oshu last time. We did No again. Thanks for stream. No, thank you for being here. And Vash and Oatmeal Cookie and anyone else lurking, appreciate y'all for stopping by. Next weekend, I think, will potentially be another... Talked about it, can't be here if you don't stream, it's true. And I wouldn't stream if people didn't show up, so always appreciated. Next weekend, next Saturday at least, will most likely be a collab with Nono, doing another game dev talk for the first third of 2026. And then we'll have a normal stream on Sunday, hopefully. I don't think I have any other plans. So, hope to see you then. I'll keep you posted in the Discord as always. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good week.